Rent collection and financial management. This is the second question we always receive. So Axe Property Management handles rent collection according to the lease terms. So tenants in our lease agreements, tenants pay through an approved payment channel. Payments are tracked and recorded. Rent is due on the 1st and considered late after the 5th. This is a very standardized process for rentals. Most of you guys who are landlords understand this. Late payments are handled according to policy. We charge a late fee of $200. That late fee is not income for Axe Property Management. What we do with that money is we actually go out and send a third-party process server to send a 3-day notice and post it on their door, which allows us to begin the eviction process. So we have to take things seriously. We can't just pocket the $200. Owners ask us like, hey, can I have the $200? We can't use it for that in California. We have to use it for ordinary and reasonable expenses due to the late rent. Owner's disbursement. Owners receive clear monthly statements on the 10th of each month. So you'll receive that both in your portal and via email. Itemized income and expenses, and timely disbursement based off the agreed schedule. Once rent is received, the timing of the owner payout depends on the payment method and banking process. And we'll talk about that here in detail. So when do we send the rent? Number one question once we get the property rented is, when do we receive the rent? So unless the management agreement states otherwise, which currently it is February 5th, 2026, we have no other management company that say anything else. We use same day ACH for owner disbursement. This means the rent leaves our account on the same day we initiate the transfer. So the second that rent gets deposited in our account, we send it over to you. Not a day later, not a day earlier. Now, how rent is generally received is rent transfers are initiated between the 5th and the 10th of every month, assuming the tenant pays on time. There is a 5-day grace period that applies. If we receive the tenant late, we'll continue those efforts on your behalf until we get the rent payment, and we'll communicate with you the second we find out that the tenant paid late. So in a perfect scenario, the tenant pays the rent on the 1st or earlier. It takes roughly 3 to 5 business days for us to receive that rent in our account. This has to do with the banking system itself, has nothing to do with us. We use Chase Bank, which is the largest banking institution in the world. All bank transfers take 3 to 5 business days. So I have a lot of questions about this. And the second that gets transferred, so for example, in February, right now we're in February of 2026, it is the 5th, which is a Thursday. Tenants who paid on the 1st, we've received a lot of those disbursements. And so it has hit our account on the 5th, and we are sending out those rent checks as we speak right now. There are other tenants who pay on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Those will take still another 3 to 5 business days for us to receive it, meaning some of the owners this month, we will not send the rent until maybe the 7th, 8th, or even 9th. Now, we do same day ACH transactions, but as it says here, your bank can possibly hold the bank transfer just like the bank transfer from the tenant to our management company for up to 3 to 5 days. How to prevent this and how to make sure that you receive your rent a little bit sooner, especially if it's your first time receiving the rent, is ensuring you reach out to your bank themselves. And I've noticed credit unions are a little bit slower at this than larger institutions. Reach out to them, let them know that you have a property management company, that you will be receiving this sum of money, and that you want this to be known as like a reasonable and ordinary income that you'll receive. Sometimes that can cut down a day or two of your amount. But again, we will send you an email the second we transfer those funds, so you know it's going to be sent to you. Once we've sent that email, it is out of our bank account. It is now up to your bank account how long it wants to take to receive those funds. So like it says here, once funds are sent, the timing of availability depends on your bank. Some banks post ACH deposits immediately, while some may hold it for 3 to 5 business days. So again, there's like Martin Luther King Jr. Day or something like that. Banks have the best holidays. I feel like the best schedule in the world. So they're off like half the year anyway. So make sure that you're counting the business days, not just, regular ordinary days, including weekends. And then reaching out to your bank and contacting them on what the standard hold time is for incoming ACH payments. Can the hold be reduced or removed? And can deposit limits be increased to avoid delays? Those are things you can do, and reach out to your personal bank to cut down on that time.